Deep in the void of space, the cold black stretched endlessly. Stars flickered like distant lanterns, silent witnesses to the calm before a storm. Alien scouts drifted through this emptiness, their sleek ships glinting under strange suns. On the bridge of the lead scout, an officer peered at a glowing screen. The sensor picked up a strange energy signature from a small blue planet called Earth. Most of the crew laughed. "It's probably nothing," said one alien, tapping the console. "Humans are primitive. They can barely fly their rockets beyond their moon. This energy signature, just another experiment gone wrong." But not everyone felt the same. Commander Threx, a tall and sharp-eyed alien, frowned. His claws hovered over the controls. "No," he said slowly. "This is different, this energy. It is powerful. Something is coming from that world. We must watch carefully." The scout fleet continued toward Earth, moving casually through the black void. They expected an easy conquest. To them, humans were small, weak, and unprepared for a real fight. "This will be over in hours," another alien said, laughing. "They won't even know what hit them." Meanwhile, on Earth, scientists in the Terran Deep Space Station monitored strange signals on their instruments. Dr. Elena Voss rubbed her eyes, staring at the readings. "These aren't natural," she whispered. "Something big is approaching." Her assistant, a young engineer named Raj, leaned over her shoulder. "You think it's a threat?" he asked. Elena shook her head slowly, but her hands were tense. "I don't know, but we can't ignore it. Alert the military. We need to prepare." In secret, deep underground, humans worked on something the aliens could not even imagine. Massive machines hummed with energy. Engineers ran cables, scientists monitored readings, and military officers moved swiftly between control rooms. They didn't call it a weapon in public. Only those inside the facility knew its true purpose. Captain Jonas Reeve walked through the corridors, his boots echoing against steel floors. "Are we ready?" he asked, his voice calm but serious. Dr. Voss looked up from her console. "We will be ready soon," she said. "But the fleet is bigger than we expected. They'll be here in less than 24 hours. Jonas nodded. He could feel the tension in the air, the quiet hum of machines vibrating beneath the floor. "Then let's make every second count. Earth can't afford to be caught off guard." Above ground, alien scouts approached Earth's orbit. Their eyes, alien in every way, saw the blue planet spinning below. Oceans glittered, cities glowed faintly, and a small network of satellites circled silently. Commander Threx frowned. The humans had defenses he hadn't expected. Even from orbit, he could detect faint energy shields, barely noticeable but definitely there. "They are preparing," he said quietly. His officers laughed at his caution. "It is just a primitive species," one sneered. "They cannot harm us. We are superior in every way." Threx's eyes narrowed. "Sometimes the small ones hide dangerous secrets. Do not underestimate them." Back underground, the humans worked tirelessly. Massive turbines rotated, energy cores glowed, and the air was thick with the smell of burning circuits and hot metal. Engineers double-checked calculations, while scientists monitored strange energy flows. Finally, in the deepest chamber of the facility, a large console lit up. On its screen, a countdown began. Red numbers blinked slowly. 24 Mausgur. Dr. Voss stood back, her hand trembling slightly. "It has begun," she said. The countdown was the final stage of the Terran project. A project so secret that no alien could have guessed its existence. Even now, most humans on Earth had no idea what it was. Captain Reeve placed a hand on the console. "This is the moment," he said quietly. "The universe will remember Earth today, whether they like it or not." Above them, alien fleets hovered closer. Scout ships sent reports back to their commanders, detailing strange energy fluctuations in Earth's orbit. Yet the larger fleets laughed, assuming it was nothing more than harmless human tech. But Threx did not laugh. He studied the readings carefully. "Something is coming," he murmured. "Something we cannot yet see, but I can feel it. And it is dangerous." As the countdown continued, lights flickered along the massive underground corridors. The hum of energy grew louder, vibrating through the walls like a living heartbeat. Every human in the facility paused for a moment, feeling the weight of what was about to happen. Outside, the alien fleets tightened formation, preparing to strike the blue planet below. They had no idea what awaited them, no idea that humanity had been preparing for this moment for decades. The final seconds of the countdown began. 10, 9, 8. Red numbers blazed against the dark console screens. The humans held their breath, their hearts pounding with excitement and fear, and then a flash of light erupted from the depths of the hidden facility, shooting into the sky like a second sun. The aliens in orbit gasped. The energy signature they had laughed at was no longer harmless. It was alive, massive, and powerful. Commander Threx gripped the console, his eyes wide. "They are not primitive," he whispered. "They are ready, and we are in danger." The screen blinked, and the first wave of the unexpected war had begun. The night sky above Earth was quiet, almost peaceful. From space, the blue planet looked small, fragile, and harmless. Yet beneath its surface, a storm was brewing, a storm that no alien in the galaxy could imagine. Deep underground, the Terran facility hummed with energy. Machines glowed in reds, blues, and greens, pulsating like the heartbeat of a living creature. Scientists moved quickly, checking monitors, adjusting valves, and recalculating energy outputs. Every face was tense, every mind focused. They knew the countdown had begun. Dr. Elena Voss walked through the central control room. Her eyes reflected the glow of hundreds of monitors. "We're almost ready," she said, voice low but firm. "Phase 1 is complete. All energy cores are stable." Captain Jonas Reeve, standing nearby, nodded. "Good. The fleet will be here in less than 12 hours. Once they see this, they'll know humans are not as weak as they thought." Raj, the young engineer, adjusted a console, sweat running down his temple. "Do you really think they'll survive the first strike?" he asked, almost in disbelief. Elena shook her head. "I don't know," she said quietly. "But it doesn't matter. Survival isn't the goal. We are sending a message." Far above, alien scouts reported back to their commanders. "The humans are preparing something," said a junior officer. "Energy spikes across the planet. Stronger than we expected." Commander Threx leaned forward, his sharp eyes scanning the data. "Yes," he said, voice heavy with concern. "They are hiding something. Something very dangerous. Warn the fleet. Move cautiously." The larger alien ships, sleek and bristling with weapons, moved closer. They still believed humans were weak, fragile, and unready. Most laughed, joking about how primitive Earth was, how simple and slow the humans seemed compared to their own advanced fleets. But Threx's warnings grew louder. "They underestimate us," Captain Reeve said later, speaking into the secure comm system. "They don't know what we've built, and they will regret it." In the deepest chamber of the facility, the Terran Superweapon began to hum with a low, powerful vibration. Elena and her team gathered around the central console, where streams of energy flowed like liquid light. It was unlike anything humans had ever created. Even she, one of the lead scientists, could barely believe what they were unleashing. "It's alive," she whispered. "The energy, it's responding to our commands." Jonas put a hand on her shoulder. "That's why we trained for this. That's why the world's best minds work together. Today, humanity fights for its place in the stars." Above them, alien scouts scanned the energy waves, growing more confused by the second. "It's too strong. Too concentrated," said one officer, alarm rising in his voice. "This is not just technology. It's a weapon beyond our understanding." Threx's eyes narrowed. "I warned you," he said quietly. But no one on his fleet wanted to listen. Pride made them blind. They assumed the humans could not possibly fight back. Back underground, the countdown continued. Red numbers ticked steadily, echoing across the vast chambers. Tuatemwangar, Lenfedere, 11:59:58. Every second brought the humans closer to their first strike. Suddenly, alarms blared. Monitors flashed with warnings. One of the energy conduits was overheating. Raj ran toward it, tools in hand. "It's unstable," he shouted. Dr. Voss turned, her hands flying over the controls. "Stabilize it now. If it fails, everything fails." The team worked in unison, every second filled with tension. Sparks flew, alarms screamed, and the hum of the superweapon grew louder. Slowly, steadily, the energy waves stabilized. Elena breathed a sigh of relief. "It's ready," she said. "Phase 1 is fully operational. The fleet will soon see what humans are capable of." On the alien side, Threx ordered a closer look. A small probe ship darted toward Earth's surface, scanning the strange energy fields. As it approached, the probe's sensors detected something impossible. Massive energy flows moving with purpose, almost as if the planet itself was alive and defending itself. "Report," demanded the probe pilot, fear creeping into his voice. It's not normal. The humans, they've built something incredible. Threx's claws tightened around the console. "Prepare the fleet for immediate engagement," he said. "But be careful. We are dealing with something we cannot fully understand." Back underground, the countdown hit 10 hours remaining. Jonas looked at the team, a small, determined smile on his face. "Soon they'll see why." The silence of space shattered like glass as alien fleets entered Earth's orbit. Hundreds of ships, bristling with weapons and glowing with energy shields, moved in precise formations. From above, the planet seemed small, defenseless, and innocent. But beneath its surface, humanity waited. Commander Threx looked down at Earth, his sharp eyes narrowing. "They are hiding something," he said quietly. "I can feel it. Their energy signatures. They are too strong for a primitive species." His officers laughed, brushing aside his warnings. "It's just smoke and mirrors," one sneered. "Humans cannot even survive in orbit without our interference. They will fall quickly." But Threx's instincts were right. Hidden deep underground, humans had activated layers of stealth defenses that the aliens could not detect. Satellites shifted positions. Energy pulses scrambled sensor readings, and magnetic fields bent space in subtle ways. To the alien fleet, Earth appeared calm, almost empty. Captain Jonas Reeves stood at the central command room of the underground facility. "They've arrived," he said, eyes scanning multiple monitors. "Phase 1 is holding. Now it's time to see how they react." Dr. Elena Voss adjusted the controls of the superweapon, watching energy levels climb. "It's ready," she said. "The first wave will be dramatic." Above Earth, the first alien scouts moved closer, scanning the planet for any signs of resistance. One of them, a smaller vessel, drifted too close to the atmosphere. Its sensors picked up unusual energy fluctuations, but it was too late. Suddenly, a bright pulse of energy shot up from the ground. The scout ship trembled as its systems overloaded. Sparks flew and the vessel's hull cracked. Within seconds, it exploded in a flash of white light, leaving only a ripple of energy in its wake. "Report!" shouted the alien officer. "What happened?" Commander Threx's claws tightened around the console. "The humans, they have something," he said, voice tense. "Something we cannot yet see. Pull back, all units. Pull back now!" But many alien captains ignored him. "It's just a single ship," they shouted. "They cannot harm the fleet." Meanwhile, underground, the humans watched through sensors as the alien fleet paused in confusion. Captain Reeves' lips curved into a small smile. "They think it was luck," he said. "They will learn otherwise." Elena's fingers flew over the controls. "Prepare phase 2, she said. "The energy waves will continue. They won't know what hit them next." The alien fleet attempted to regroup. Massive energy shields flared, weapons powered up, and cannons aimed toward Earth. They fired, expecting minimal resistance. Lasers and plasma beams streaked through the sky. But every attack met invisible barriers. The human stealth systems bent energy fields, redirecting the alien weapons into empty space. Threx's eyes widened in disbelief. "Impossible," he whispered. "They are defending themselves." "Perfectly. How can a primitive world survive this?" Above, the humans remained calm. Engineers monitored the superweapon, calculating energy output with precision. Soldiers manned surface cannons, ready to strike at the perfect moment. Every movement was planned, every second measured. Suddenly, the superweapon pulsed again. This time, the energy spread outward in a controlled wave, striking multiple alien vessels simultaneously. Ships shuddered, systems failed, and alarms blared across the alien fleet. Some ships tumbled uncontrollably, colliding with one another in chaos. Threx barked orders, but it was too late. The humans had predicted the fleet's movements, using stealth, strategy, and raw energy to outmaneuver them. Entire squadrons of alien ships disappeared in blinding flashes of light. "Withdraw," Threx shouted, but his fleet was already in disarray. Panic spread through the alien commanders. For the first time, they realized humans were not weak. They were a force unlike anything the galaxy had seen before. In the underground facility, Captain Reeve turned to Dr. Voss. "They are learning too late," he said. "The galaxy thought Earth was harmless. Now they will pay the price for underestimating us." Elena nodded, watching energy readings spike. "This is only the beginning," she said. "Phase 3 will show them what true power looks like." Above, the remaining alien fleet retreated slightly, confused and terrified. They had come to conquer a planet they thought was weak. Instead, they encountered a hidden power, precise, deadly, and beyond imagination. Commander Threx studied the retreating ships, his mind racing. "We miscalculated," he muttered. "Human, they are not to be taken lightly." If this is what one planet can do, what else is hidden in the stars? Meanwhile, on Earth, the countdown continued. Every second brought the humans closer to unleashing the full force of their superweapon. The first contact had shocked the aliens, but the true power had yet to be revealed. And as the last flashes of light faded from the orbiting battlefield, the galaxy realized something terrifying. Earth had awakened. The war was no longer unexpected for the humans. It was their moment to strike, to prove that no empire, no matter how advanced, could ever dismiss them again. The stars above Earth burned silently, unaware of the storm that was about to break. From orbit, the remaining alien fleet paused, shaken by the first encounter. They had expected a weak, defenseless world, easy to conquer. Instead, they had been met with energy and precision beyond comprehension. Deep underground, the Terran Superweapon thrummed like a living thing. Every machine, every conduit, every energy core pulsed with raw power. Captain Jonas Reeves stood before the central console, his face calm but tense. "Phase 3, he said. "Let's show them the truth." Dr. Elena Voss adjusted the final controls. "All systems are stable," she said, her voice steady. "Energy levels are exceeding predictions. If this works, the galaxy will never forget Earth." Raj, still catching his breath from the last phase, looked at the glowing cores. "I can feel it. It's massive. This isn't just a weapon, it's unstoppable," Jonas nodded. "Unstoppable is exactly what we need." Above Earth, alien ships regrouped nervously. Commander Threx scanned the planet, sweat forming along his ridged brow. "They've done something," he said quietly. "I can feel the energy. It's growing. Warn the fleet. Retreat if you must, but watch carefully." Many of the alien captains ignored his warning. Pride and arrogance had always been their downfall. "It is just another display," one said. "We are advanced beyond imagination. We cannot be harmed by one planet." But Threx could see the signs. Energy pulses flickered across the planet like lightning trapped in a cage. The faint glow of the superweapon stretched farther than any human city, reaching into the lower orbit. Then it began. The first massive pulse shot from Earth, a wave of energy brighter than 1,000 suns. Alien shields flared, struggling to absorb the force. Ships tumbled uncontrollably, their systems fried in an instant. Lasers, missiles, and plasma cannons failed the moment they left the alien hulls. Energy ripped through their formations like a scythe through wheat. In the underground facility, monitors displayed the chaos above. "Look at that," Elena whispered, awe in her voice. Every calculation was correct. "It's working perfectly." Jonas gripped the console. "And it's only the beginning. Keep the focus tight. We control the outcome." The alien fleet tried to regroup, but the superweapon's energy was precise and adaptive. It struck only the ships that posed a threat, sparing those that retreated or surrendered. Yet even a single strike was enough to obliterate entire squadrons. Explosions lit the darkness of space, sending debris cascading like stars being born and dying in the same moment. Commander Threx bellowed orders, his voice filled with panic. "Form a defensive line. Protect the fleet. We cannot lose." A pulse of energy cut him off. His flagship shuddered violently, alarms blaring. Systems failed one by one. Sparks flew across the bridge as consoles melted under unseen heat. The ship spun uncontrollably, leaving Threx clinging to the wall. "No, impossible," he gasped. They cannot do this." But they could. Phase 3 was designed for maximum effect. Humans had spent decades perfecting the superweapon, combining energy manipulation, targeting algorithms, and strategic planning. Every shot was precise, every strike calculated. The alien fleet had no chance to react. Below, the cities of Earth remained untouched. Humans had designed the weapon to strike in space, avoiding collateral damage on their home planet. The precision was flawless. Citizens above had no idea what was happening in orbit. To them, the sky was quiet, peaceful, almost ordinary. But in space, the galaxy was changing forever. Entire alien squadrons were wiped out in seconds. Fleets that had once mocked humanity now fled in terror. The blue planet below had become a symbol of unstoppable power. Jonas and Elena watched the screens, their expressions calm but proud. "They underestimated us," Jonas said. "And that was their first mistake." Dr. Voss nodded. "They won't make the same mistake again," she replied. "The galaxy is starting to understand. Humans are not weak. Humans are powerful. Unstoppable when we decide to fight." Commander Threx's fleet retreated, battered and broken. The remaining ships were scattered, systems failing and morale shattered. He stared down at Earth with fear in his eyes. "One planet," he muttered. "One planet. Destroyed us all." Above, the superweapon's glow faded slightly, returning to a low hum. Earth's surface remained intact, but the skies above carried the mark of Terran power. The galaxy had seen the first true display, and the message was clear: do not underestimate humanity. Captain Reeve turned to the team. Phase 3 is complete. The galaxy was in chaos. Alien empires had tasted the power of Earth's superweapon, and fear now spread like wildfire. Entire squadrons of their fleets had been destroyed, and their pride lay in ashes. But desperation breeds aggression. Even battered and humiliated, the alien forces were determined to strike back. Commander Threx glared at his remaining fleet. "We cannot allow this world to dominate us," he said, his voice a mixture of rage and fear. "We have been humiliated, but we still have the strength to retaliate. Prepare for full assault." Above Earth, alien ships moved with deadly precision, their weapons bristling, shields charged, and energy weapons primed. They intended to crush humanity before Earth could prepare another devastating strike. Captain Jonas Reeve watched the incoming fleet on the underground monitors. "They've learned nothing," he said. "They think overwhelming numbers can save them. But we prepared for this. Phase 2 is ready." Dr. Elena Voss adjusted the controls of the superweapon, her eyes sharp. "This time we won't just defend," she said. "We will hit them where it hurts and show the galaxy that Earth does not yield." Raj, checking the energy conduits, looked nervously at the glowing cores. "Phase 2. It's bigger than anything we've ever tested," he said. "Are we really ready?" Jonas nodded firmly. "We don't have a choice. They attack, we respond. And we finish this before they understand what's happening." High above, the alien fleet fired their first volleys. Energy beams streaked toward Earth, but humans had prepared advanced defensive arrays. Invisible shields bent the attacks, redirecting them into empty space. The alien captains were confused, their shots failing to reach the planet. Threx's eyes widened in disbelief. How is this possible?" he demanded. "They should be defenseless." The first strike of Phase 2 began. A massive wave of energy shot from Earth, moving like a living storm through the black of space. Ships that had advanced recklessly were caught in the blast. Engines failed, weapons fried, and entire squadrons collapsed in seconds. Explosions lit the darkness, painting space with white-hot fire. "Keep firing," Elena commanded. "Focus on the ones that advance. Let the others retreat. For now." Jonas observed the battlefield, calm but ruthless. "Every strike counts. Every ship that falls is a lesson for the rest. The galaxy will learn. Earth is not a weak planet." Above, panic spread through the alien fleet. Many ships tried to retreat, but Earth's energy waves were precise. They struck only the ships that resisted, cutting through formations like a blade through steel. The humans had calculated every movement, every trajectory, every possible escape route. Commander Threx shouted in frustration. "Form a defensive line. Protect the command ships. We cannot let them destroy everything." But it was too late. Phase 2's full power was unleashed. Entire alien squadrons were obliterated, the survivors scattered, systems failing, and morale shattered. The galaxy had never seen such precision and deadly force from a single planet. Below, humans remained calm. Engineers monitored energy levels, adjusting outputs with perfect timing. Soldiers moved swiftly, operating support systems and ensuring that the weapons strike caused no harm to Earth's surface. "This is incredible," Raj whispered, staring at the monitor. "We are not just surviving. We are dominating them." Jonas turned to him. "This is what they underestimated. They thought technology alone makes a civilization strong. But humans, we fight with strategy, courage, and precision. That is what makes us unstoppable." Threx's fleet was in retreat. The alien commanders communicated frantic messages to one another, struggling to coordinate a defense against a power they could not comprehend. Every strike, every maneuver, every retreat only confirmed one truth. Earth had risen, and its people were more dangerous than anyone had imagined. Suddenly, a warning flashed across the monitors. One of the alien capital ships was attempting a suicide strike toward Earth's atmosphere. Its weapons could cause massive destruction if it reached the surface. "Divert energy," Elena shouted. "Redirect the wave." Jonas's hands moved quickly across the console. The superweapon pulsed again, intercepting the incoming ship mid-space. It disintegrated instantly, leaving no trace but a ripple of energy. The underground control room erupted in relieved cheers. "We did it," Raj said, almost in disbelief. "Earth, we actually did it!" Jonas looked at the displays, calm and focused. "This is only a warning," he said. "The galaxy will think twice before ever challenging us again. Phase 2 was just a demonstration. The Terran Superweapon is more than just energy. It is strategy, precision, and human ingenuity combined." Above, the alien fleets limped away. Systems failing, ships destroyed, their pride shattered. The humans had not just defended their world, they had crushed their attackers with devastating skill and power. And deep underground, in the glowing heart of the superweapon, humans knew the truth. Earth had awakened. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. Never underestimate humanity. The war was far from over, but the tide had turned. The next phase would be even more decisive, showing the galaxy that humans were no longer just survivors. They were a force to be reckoned with. And as the last alien ships disappeared into the darkness, the countdown in the facility continued, hinting that even greater power awaited. The humans were ready. The galaxy was warned. The galaxy had changed. Alien fleets that once ruled vast sectors now fled in fear. Entire empires had seen the might of Earth's superweapon, and their arrogance lay in ruins. But the war was not fully over. Even in defeat, the alien empires refused to surrender. They regrouped in deep space, planning one final strike, determined to crush humanity before Earth could assert its power. Captain Jonas Reeves stood in the underground command room, eyes scanning the vast array of monitors. "They're coming," he said calmly. "This is the final push. Phase 3 is ready, and the fleet is prepared." Dr. Elena Voss adjusted the controls, her fingers moving with precision. "Phase 3 is not just a weapon," she said. "It's our strategy, our strength, and our determination. They will learn that humanity does not fight for survival alone. We fight to dominate when necessary." Raj looked at the glowing cores of the superweapon, awe and fear in his eyes. This is beyond anything I imagined. We can't lose. We just can't." Jonas placed a hand on Raj's shoulder. "We won't. Every calculation, every preparation has led to this moment. Earth survives and the galaxy will remember why." Above, alien fleets approached cautiously. Their ships were damaged, morale broken, yet pride demanded one last assault. Energy cannons flared, missiles streaked through space, and shields shimmered as they aimed for the blue planet below. Commander Threx, aboard his flagship, shouted orders. "Focus on the weapon. Destroy it before it fires again. We cannot allow them to control the galaxy." The first shots reached Earth's orbit, but they failed to penetrate. Human shields, precise and adaptive, bent every attack into empty space. Energy pulses from the superweapon stabilized the orbit, preventing any damage to Earth itself. The humans had learned from every phase, and the alien fleet was falling into a trap. Jonas turned to Elena. "It's time." She nodded. Phase 3, full deployment. The superweapon unleashed a wave of energy unlike anything the galaxy had seen. It surged outward, precise and calculated, targeting the alien fleet's engines, weapons, and shields. Entire squadrons were destroyed instantly. Ships tumbled through space, colliding and exploding in a storm of fire and debris. Above, Threx screamed orders, but his fleet was already in chaos. Systems failed one by one. The aliens had underestimated humans at every turn, and now the truth was undeniable. Jonas watched the battle unfold on the screens. "We are not just defending Earth," he said quietly. "We are showing the galaxy who we are." Dr. Voss smiled faintly. "And they are learning quickly." Raj, eyes wide, could barely speak. They're running. The entire fleet. Retreating. Yes, the alien fleets were scattering, broken and humiliated. Commanders attempted to regroup, but it was impossible. Every move had been anticipated by humans. Every strike met with equal or greater force. Earth's power was absolute. Threx gripped the console in disbelief. Impossible. One planet defeated us all. How can this be? Jonas and his team did not answer. They didn't need to. The screens above told the story. The superweapon, combined with human ingenuity, strategy, and courage, had turned the tide completely. In orbit, The surviving alien ships sent messages of surrender. Some begged for mercy, others simply fled, too ashamed to continue the fight. Humanity had not only defended itself, they had dominated, crushed, and reshaped the galaxy's perception of power. Captain Reeve turned to his team. "It's done," he said. "The galaxy knows who commands respect. Earth has proven that humans are not weak. They are powerful. They are unstoppable." Dr. Voss looked at the screens, energy waves still pulsing faintly above. "And this is only the beginning," she said. "The galaxy will remember this day forever." Far away in the dark void of space, alien empires regrouped silently. Pride was shattered, fleets were in ruins, and morale was broken. They had learned a lesson that could not be forgotten. Never underestimate humanity. Back on Earth, people continued their lives, unaware of the full scale of the battle above. Cities remained intact. Oceans glittered under sunlight. Humans had survived, thrived, and struck fear into the galaxy. Not through reckless power, but through planning, courage,